Salute everybody. Parton. It's been a long time since we've been live. Right now I'm in my family crib, so I'm trying to get situated. Um, I'm gonna give a full recap of this the lockdown. This is part of the reason why I didn't put out the blogs, and that was because I knew that we was right at 1,000, and I couldn't go live from my mobile device. I could have went live a few weeks ago and shit like that. It just I didn't do it because of my laptop. The camera on my laptop isn't that great. I've done a live from there before and you guys kill me for it. You know what I'm saying? So now I and then I'm always moving around. So it always makes sense for me to be able to go live just from my phone. It's convenient that way. So trying to go live from the laptop. Salute my brother Visuel. Salute to you. You're a big reason why I even was able to get to the 1,000 sub threshold. And so I was saying I didn't want to spend extra money on a fucking webcam that I didn't need. And then there was other stuff that I needed, like a Black Magic thing for me to be able to stream using my camera. I got a pretty good camera. But I didn't see the point of spending all that money when I thought I was close to 1,000. Salute to T Boo, salute, man. Visuel's Visuel's big, salute. So again, I don't want to spend too much time saying and repeating it because I know it sounds dumb to most people, but I'm happy to be at 1,000. I can just jump on here without having to worry about anything at any time. I can just do it. Watching all the time. The answer to that is no. Not every blog I put out gets views like that, but I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I have blogs that get a lot of views, and I have some that don't get any views. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line though, I appreciate every single person who hit the sub button. A lot of you played a big role. Some of you are reliable supporters. I'll say it like that. I know for sure you guys are showing up and buying merch and all that and supporting the union. And then we have some people who once in a while, and that's fine too. You know what I'm saying? Either way, thank you. We made it to 1,000 subs, and I know the channel is gonna grow even more from that. When you think about it, when did YouTube make that rule? That was what, like maybe June or some shit like that. At that time, I had 700, almost 800 subscribers. Um, now would be a good time for me to unsubscribe. Salute T Boo, but guess what? I'm 50 over the. I got 1,050 subscribers, so I'm good, man. If one person ever subscribe mine, I'm good. Salute though. All right, we're gonna get to this recap. Um, so here's the thing. I watched every single one of these battles at least 2 times, except for Arsenal versus Cassidy. I'm gonna keep it real. I couldn't do it. What I did do for Arsenal versus Cassidy was I went back and watched the third round again when it was tough to do. Then Cassidy for getting you over the hump. You know what? Salute the cast. Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100, and it is what it is. I don't hate that dude. I don't know why people act that way. I don't hate that dude. I'm just, if I don't think he won, I don't think he won, and that's it. If I think some of the shit he says crazy and delusional, it is. Um, when I said Cassidy beat Disaster 3-0, did any Cassidy fans or did Cassidy get upset at me for saying he won 3-0? So why should they get mad when I say I didn't like the fucking battle and I thought I thought he lost? Goods, to me, Goods killed him. But anyway, yeah, salute to Cassidy because now my recap of Cassidy versus Arsenal is my highest viewed blog. It's at 16,000. That's fucking crazy. And I know the main reason why I see people get mad at me and saying shit to me. One dude said, "Oh, this is clickbait." How is it clickbait? If you look at the thumbnail, it says on there recap. And if you look, T-Boo says at 17,000. Shit, that's crazy. Because my highest view before that was 12,000. I have some that are in the 3,000s. I have some that are at the 1,000s, but I don't be getting views. I got videos there that are only fucking 30 views. You know what I'm saying? And everybody pick and choose what topics they like. There's nothing wrong with that. You're part of the TRBRC now. No, I'm not. But I mean, hey, a lot of them TRBRC dudes is mad at me. See, here's the funny shit of why they're mad at me. Some of them are mad at me because they clicked on it thinking it was the battle. First off, when have you ever came to my channel and I've ever bootlegged anything? I don't do that. I clicked to them videos 30 times. Well, thank you, sir. But think about it though. If you look at the thumbnail, it says on there recap. When you look at the title, it says recap. And the recap is only like, I don't know, 15 minutes. So how could you look at that and click on it thinking it was the battle? And here's my bigger thing. If you are that big of a Cassidy supporter, why are you clicking on my blog thinking it's the battle? You should have went and bought the pay-per-view. Let me also put some of y'all onto something, man. It's just real facts. I don't ever have to hide from it. If you know anything about me, you know I'm honest about everything. Sometimes it's a fault, but I'm honest about it. There's times that I go half and half with people for, well, not, it's only one person. I go half and half with to get the pay-per-view. Well, I've done it one time before with Al. Salute to Big Al Biggs. He came over and come chill with me, and you know, we went half on it and we watched it. We've done that a few times. But other than that, you know, I split the bill with somebody. If you ain't trying to spend $50, there's times I don't have it. I keep it real. My brother Visuel hold me down. You know what I'm saying? And same way. Like we go back for purchasing pay-per-views. We go half on pay-per-views. So to see Cassidy fans getting mad at me because they clicked on my video thinking it was the actual battle, you should be mad at yourself. If you love them that much, you support them that much, buy the fucking pay-per-view. Or turn around and tell your homeboys, guess what? We all want to see Cassidy battle. I don't want to spend $50. How about we all throw some money in the pot? You know, get our food, get our drinks, whatever the case, and make a night of it. And look, boom, everybody throw in $10, $15, and we got the pay-per-view and something to eat. I don't understand what the problem is with that. T-Boo says, RIP TRBRC. T-Boo, well, you wasn't TRBRC? I'm asking. Educate me. I thought you was TRBRC too. So that's that. Again, I don't have no problems with dudes, man. I don't care enough. T-Boo said I left. It is what it is, though, man. Since we're talking about it, I might as well just go straight into the Cassidy and Arsenal battle. I don't have no notes on it because the notes that I have on it, I left in my house. I'm not in my house right now. I'm in my family's house. So I got notes about a lot of the other battles, but I don't have all my notes right now. So here's the thing. I didn't take a lot of notes for the Arsenal and Cassidy battle anyway. This was a bad battle. I don't care what anybody... Listen, when you watch a battle, I don't tell you your opinion on whether it's a good or a bad battle. It's factually wrong. I have battles that... I mean, if you tell me you think one of my favorite battles is JC versus Ilmac, if you tell me that battle was whack, I'm gonna be like, what you talking about, man? But I'm not gonna be getting crazy with you because you don't agree with me that was a good battle. All of us. Look at DME. We've definitely clashed plenty of times. Salute my brother DME about it. DME has his list of classics. He has a whole list of classics. When he names some of them shits, I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? A+, salute, man. Salute, A+. Good to see you. We back, man. We back. But when DME says some of his classics, I'm like, yo, you got to be out your mind. How is that a classic? But then when I think about it, it's his opinion. It's his fucking opinion. I'm not about to sit there and try to change his mind on what a battle he think is classic. The only thing I hate is that people do throw that word around too easily. For me, if that's not a battle that you will go and constantly go see and over the years still go back to it, if that ain't the case, don't call it a classic. It was a good battle. One of my favorite battles, I think, is a classic. Other people won't think it's a classic. One round, the C3 versus QP. Clean Paper. That happened last year. Since I first seen that battle, I've literally seen that battle 15 to 20 times. I love that battle. I think it's a classic. Some people are not entertained by that battle, and some people don't think it's a classic. I'm not mad at them for them. Guess what? That don't change the fact that I'm gonna keep watching that battle because I love the fucking battle. SoCon 3-0. I agree with that. I agree with that. But we're gonna do a King of the Dot live separately. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I could go live from my phone now. So, Frank Izzo, salute. J Legend got that 1,000 subs going. Yes, salute, man. Thank you for being a part of that. A plus, thank you for being a part of that. Everybody, thank you all for being a part of that. I appreciate it. So here's the thing. That first round, I think Cassidy did the same thing that he did when he battled Goods. I think that he had a very good 3/4 of his first round. I think just like he's done in every other time, the dude sits there and tries to rap a 30-minute round. That's unnecessary. And what happens with that is now you start having these dead spots. Now you start having like you trying to force bars. Guess what? You got 2 other rounds, man. So I thought Arsenal was okay in that first round. Personally, if I'm scoring it, I edged Cassidy. And I thought it would be clear if Cassidy didn't have the last quarter of that round was bad, man. It was bad. And the thing was he was doing good. But he did the same thing in the Goods battle where it's like he goes from having a very good first round, 3/4 of the first round, and in the end he says some wild shit or tries to do something extra, and it almost taints the whole round, man. For me, that is for me. I personally, and I know there are people who trust me. Like I just said, that video, like T Boo even came in here and said that video now got 17,000 views. The shit got like 90 something likes and like 70 something dislikes. And there are people who are sitting there and they're saying, "Oh, I gave Arsenal the first round too." And guess what? All those people are not TRBRC people, so you can't just throw it on them. But then you got TRBRC people who are telling me, "Oh, you bugging? He won on 3 rounds." No, the fuck out of here. I gave Cassidy that first, and that was by a hair. Like it wasn't like it was clear. You know what I'm saying? But I did give Cassidy the first round. Second round, I thought it was clear Arsenal took that second round. I don't know what the hell Cassidy was doing in that second round. What the hell was that, man? Jay went battle rap viral. Yeah, I think so, man. Frank Izzo said you gave a good recap. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that was it was difficult to watch, man. You don't understand. Like in that second round, I wanted Smack to call time on both of them. A third round, yo, that was a miracle. I made it to that third round. I made it through the third round. And then, like I said, I went. I was not watching that battle again. I went back and watched the third round again because if you watch my recap, I kept saying I was stuck on who got that third. So again, first round, I thought Cassidy by one hair won that first round. I thought Arsenal took that second round. I think that third round is debatable. On second watch of the third round, by a hair, I gave it to Arsenal. By a hair. But when I saw it the first time, that shit was too close, and I was slightly leaning towards Cassidy, but it was too close and not in a good way, in a trash way. First off, Cassidy, he suggested that Charlie Clips and Sue Surf battle. Like what? Like that battle took place a while. And here's the thing: if you were a new fan and you said that, it would not bother me at all. I would just educate you. Like, no, that battle took place already. But the fact that you claim to be the culture and don't fucking know that, and that was a high profile battle, like, come on, man, what are you talking about here? And you didn't think to go in and research that, and then you got so many people in your TRBRC, and most of them don't know shit about battle rap. That's a fact. And I hate saying it because these guys think that I'll be trying to diss them. I'm not dissing them. I'm telling you, instead of attacking us, educate yourself. That way we can have debates. We got respectful debates. You know what I'm saying? And we can all agree to disagree, but some things are fact. Fact is, Clips and Surf already fucking battle. Fact is, you're sitting there talking about Jazz's virginity. Fam, how you spit bars about that girl's sexual activity like that? It ain't even, what the fuck? Now I understand other battle rappers have talked about that, and it's been a hot topic for a long time. But she shook the room, telling everybody she not a virgin no more, and that was a few years ago. Why are we still sitting there? How you got a Jazz virginity bar? Like, I'm dumbfounded by that, and the fact that you weren't battling her, and she has nothing to do with Arsenal. I can understand if that was Arsenal's girl, and you were trying to find a way to attack him like that. She had nothing to do with the shit. I thought Cassidy had the Arsenal. Arsenal had the line of the night. Well, it's, I don't know, like the half a bar of the night. Um, for years I've heard Philly dudes, and I find it hilarious. Like, I literally be in tears when I hear them call somebody a freak boo. So Arsenal called him a freak boo. First off, I think that shit is wow, pause worthy. You sitting there calling another man a freak boo, but it sounds so fucking hilarious, man. Like, I really had tears running down. When Arsenal said that shit, I had tears running down my eyes. This dude really called him a freak bull. Now, salute to my comrade Bad Money. Go subscribe to Bad Money TV. He's been putting out a lot of interviews with some of your favorites. He had some footage they shot of I think it was Joey Jihad and Mook talking about their old battle. That was dope. That was a dope moment to be able to capture. He got interviews with Cortez, interviews with Bad News. I believe Bill Collector. He got a bunch of them. If you don't know who Bad Money TV is, he used to be part of the Let's Talk Battle Rap podcast group. He's no longer a part of them. But he's doing his thing, and like I say, he's been getting a bunch of interviews and stuff like that. So anyway, he was on Twitter earlier explaining to people what I said. A plus, what was Paulsworthy? Sheldon, what happened to the lime green backdrop? My man, that green that you talking about, that's the color of my bedroom. And if pause, but if people were to see in my bedroom the colors of my bedroom, the green would make sense to you. But anyway, the lime green backdrop. That's funny. And then the other one that you see in my living room, no, that's a turquoise color, or like an aqua color. Anyway, like I said, I'm not in my house right now. But if you saw the rest of my apartment, the furniture and all that, these colors would make sense to you. All right, whatever. Yo, matter of fact, get these likes up, man. We 18 minutes in and only got 2 likes. Let's go, get them likes up. It's the first live back, man. Let's go get these likes up. Anyway, third round was horrible for both these guys. And bottom line, if I had to make a choice, I'm gonna go with Arsenal in that third round. But they were both horrible. Let's move on to the next battle. Who I got here? Let's start with Shotgun Suge versus JC. Listen, that first line in the first round from Shotgun Suge, that trustee line, I don't think people really understood that line. When he said the brooms, some shit about the broom. Anyway, that's the jail line. That's the jail line. And a trustee, they don't necessarily use that word trustee anymore in most places up north. I think they still use it down south. But a trustee is another cellmate that you have there who's kind of in charge of the house. Um, here over here in New York and Rikers Island and stuff like that, we call them suicides because they're suicide watchmen. They're supposed to be watching the guys, make sure nobody hang up, nobody kill themselves because they're cases. But what most of them are respected guys in the house, and they're really the guys who most of the time is mostly the guys who control the house, and they get that position. And they got other privileges we don't and stuff like that. But they also make sure everybody's, if you're house gang, you would be cleaning the bathroom, sweeping and mopping, stuff like that. So the trustee, but in our case, the suicide watchman will make sure that you're doing that too. So it's almost like inmate supervisor. That's what the trustee line. So that's why when Suge said that line, it resonated so much with me because I've been there. I've seen it. I know what that is. So that's why that shit it hit the way it did for me. I thought Suge had a very good first round, and especially when you think about it, Suge is coming off of battling on the BT battles at the Hip Hop Awards, BT Hip Hop Awards. So he just battled the night before. So when I heard his first round, I was like, I was impressed by Suge's first round. The problem is he's battling JC. JC is not only one of my favorite, but it's hard for me to believe that people, and I've seen some people say it on Twitter. I just don't understand it. But to me, JC is top five pins. Some people have him top 10 pins. Some people don't think, and those are the people I debate with on Twitter sometimes. By the way, if you aren't following me on social media at JLegend100, and let me know that you follow me from here. There are some people who have pages that they started in 2012 and they only got like 30 tweets and like 2 followers. Then they follow me. I don't follow them back because I don't see activity on their page. And then they come on and say, "Oh, I was supporting you. You don't follow back." No, tell me that you watch my blog. I'm gonna follow you back. I'm not just gonna follow you if I see that you don't use your page. What's the point of that? There's not gonna be interaction. That's the way I'm gonna look at it. Anyway, when I see people say that they don't think that JC is not even top 10 pins, I'm dumbfounded by that. But that's what Suge had to go up against. And in this first round, JC went crazy on him. I don't, and I think that Suge had a good first round. I just don't see how he was gonna have a chance um, for the second and third if JC had 2 more rounds like that first. That first was just crazy. Uh, the only issue I had with JC in that first round, that pocket tap. My man, you got too close, pause, but JC got too close to his crotch, man. That was crazy. Like, yo, fam, you didn't even look where you were grabbing, where his pockets was. Pause, no more. But yo, go ahead and watch that. If you got the pay-per-view stream and whatever, the video on demand, go back and watch that. Tell me if I'm bugging. JC damn near, yo, he barely, my man, you almost grabbed that man crotch. Had you done that, I'm pretty sure you would have got your ass kicked, but even deeper than that, you would have never lived that down, JC. Like, how you want to look where the fuck you were reaching, man? You barely missed that, man. That was crazy. A plus, A plus. I'm not even repeating what the fuck you just said, man. So first round, I thought it was clear. JC went crazy on him. Um, I thought that was their best. I thought that was both of their best rounds, to be honest. Second round, Suge started cooking and stuff, but then he forgot some of his bars, and he started freestyle, and then he caught it back. But by then, I thought it was just too clear that he was forgetting his bars, and it was just a mediocre round. I also thought Blog in the Cut, salute, man. Um, JC's second round wasn't that good either. Sheldon says still a good pen. I didn't read everything else that you wrote, man. I apologize, man. Um, I thought JC had a light round too. I thought that the second round was light for Suge. It clearly didn't go his way, but I still thought JC took that. When we go into the third round, Suge does it again. He's rapping. He forgot his fucking bars. Then he goes into "What's Your Life Like?" And that "What's Your Life Like" was probably the most horrible one. But what he said like one line, and that was it. The crowd starts booing him, and he jerseyed out. Um, I have to be honest though, some of the booing that took place in that building was bad, but when I look at the first few battles, there wasn't really that much booing. It wasn't until later on. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into that. Uh, Third round from JC though, that leap year line was crazy. The crowd was already screaming 3-0. I thought it was clear JC took that. I mean that to me the first round was JC's best. His third round was the second best, and the second round was like. But at the end of the day, it was a 3-0 for JC, and I do think it was a body. And that was mostly because Suge made it that way, not being able to get through a round. You know what I'm saying? So that's that battle. Let's get to the DNA. Matter of fact, I don't know because I don't have my Calico. We could talk real quick about the Calico and NJT battle. I edged Calico in that battle. I thought the first round Calico won that round. I will say is here's the thing about that first round. NJT had a short first round, but it was impactful in my opinion. I thought his bars did hit, especially in the building. It seemed like he was shaking the building with everything he said. But the truth of the matter is, he rapped for maybe half as long as Calico rapped. Now I don't know if they had agreed to a time limit and Calico just went over it, but T Boo said JC's third was his best in my opinion. I understand. Blogging the cut says congrats. Thank you, man. Salute. I appreciate that. Thank you. Um, yeah, I thought New Jersey Twerk's first round was just I think he rapped like half as long as Calico. He did have a lot of impactful things, but I thought Calico was had a longer round and was way more consistent in terms of for you to rap that long and to have dope material. That's what I'm saying. T Boo said Twerk 1-0. Um okay, that's your opinion. That I can get that, but I personally I gave that first round to Calico. That second round, I don't know what the hell happened with Calico in that second round. Honestly, I don't really know what happened really with both of them in that second round. But I thought Twerk took that second round. Jay, did you think Freak Booth? I'll tell you that Freak Boo shit is hilarious to me. You don't understand, though. Bad Money said Freak Boo means like you a down low brother and shit like that. That's hilarious though. I ain't calling no man that, but it's just funny when you hear the shit. It sounds way worse than I mean, if you're down low, that's not cool, but it sounds worse when you sitting there calling the freak. Like, come on, man, you fucking up my recap with that, man. You fucking up my recap. Anyway, I gave NJT the second round. NJT got that second round to me. That last round, they both tapped out. They both quit. They would the fans were booing and stuff like that. That wasn't cool. The crowd really ruined that battle to me. Um, I do think that we would have had a better turnout because the booing got to them and these guys is out the Jersey out. In my opinion, going off what I saw, I gave that third round to Calico. The problem is the fans lost because this battle, first off, I'm not giving them no way out. That second round didn't seem like they were that prepared, and that third round either, to be honest. I think the booing stuff did get to them, but I thought there was a lot of dope lines that this did say that got booed, and I was like, yo, what the fuck are these? What are these people booing? I don't understand that. And if you're Calico and NJT, they did try to fight through it and rap, but then it was like, man, fuck that. And I was disappointed because I felt like we lost. But that battle was not good. And to me, that was gonna be battle of the night. But the issue with the Calico thing, I had Calico taking this battle, right? In a bad battle. But then I seen people on social media posting a video of Calico spitting those same rounds a few weeks ago on his Instagram. Well, one of the rounds. He spit like, I don't know, maybe 10 to 16 of those bars. Do you penalize him for that? Because he went on Instagram and spit some of them bars, and either way they were directed at his opponent. Do you look at it like that was just a preview? I don't necessarily look at it as recycled if he wrote those bars for his opponent who he's in front of right now. So it's I don't know. You guys tell me what you think on that one, man. But I gave Calico that third round by default because it was bad for both of them. All right. Let's move on to the next battle. DNA versus Bill Collector. While we get to that, man, if you haven't already, man, hit that like button. Get those likes up, please. I would appreciate that, man. Uh, DNA's first round. Let me tell you something. The controversy is out on DNA. Also, earlier I put out a blog. I had a little fun with that blog. If you guys watched it, some of you may have. I didn't get to look to see. I don't really be checking my views like that, so I didn't check how many views that got. But I was calling DNA out on. See, the footage came out. He allegedly stole. I don't think it's alleged. He's standing right there. He's standing right there at his event, watching a guy spit a bar about the Power theme song, and then he goes on BET and blatantly steals the dude's line. So I did a blog on it. I show you guys the proof that's been floating out there, and then I had a little fun with the other stuff there. Same thing with K-Shine. I don't really think K-Shine stole that bar, but I put it out there and I left it up for you guys to look at it and you guys to tell me whether you think those were stolen bars or not. But nonetheless, you do got to give DNA some credit, and the reason why is because you know how difficult that is for you to be on BT, spit rounds to different opponents, and then you still have this opponent you have to sit here and do the very next day. Um, you still have to travel. You have to do all this stuff, man. That's not easy. DNA often makes it look easy. Not that he's the most popular guy, and I understand that's why people don't appreciate him. But I do feel we should appreciate DNA. But I'm shocked as hell, and it did. Like I looked at him a whole different way when I seen he stole that line, man. Like wow. But let's get into this though. I thought that twisted metal line in that first round was dope, and DNA came out in attack mode in that first round. He was relentless in that first round. Everything was back to back to back to back lines. DNA was phenomenal in that round. The problem is that Bill Collector was very good too. That 30 for 30 first take line was awesome to me. And I did have a problem with that bar that he said about the butt dial. The butt dialing bar, that shit sounded crazy and it was just whack. And then he was looking at the Bill Collector was looking at the crowd and then he repeated the shit. He wanted a reaction. He didn't get a reaction out of that. And it's like, yo, fam, don't act like you know what I hate when battle rappers do? They'll say bars, they'll get love for the bars, and then get mad when people aren't cheering. Like, so you just rap for 4 minutes and they cheered for you. In the fifth minute, nobody's cheering for you. Now it's, oh yeah, I gotta wake up. No, nobody gotta fucking wake up. The shit was whack. It was whack. It was whack. Bill Collector's dope to me, but that shit was whack. Anyway, I thought it was a strong round for both of them, a close round, but I gave it to DNA. Second round, that 380 credit line, it was a gumball. But that 380 credit line from DNA, I absolutely love that. Especially I allegedly owned 380s before. I like that line. The AOL line was dope too, but he ended the round awkward for me in that second round. That was an awkward finish. I don't know what you guys' opinion is on that, but I thought that was an awkward finish on that. Bill collected second round. The shock value I raised Raiden line. That shit was fucking crazy creative. That was dope. I love that line. To me, that was my favorite line of the whole battle. That raised Raiden. The shock value raised Raiden line. That was just phenomenal. That was in the second round. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go back, go watch it in that second round. Let me know what you think of that bar because he didn't get reaction in the crowd, and I don't care. I like the bar. And that was another bar that I'm looking at him and I'm like, okay, if you don't get love for it, keep rapping. You know what I'm saying? Keep rapping. Because there are people who are gonna catch it, there's people not gonna catch it. That's one of the beauties of video on demand and stuff like that. When people could go back and watch it again and then later on catch it. And everybody's not gonna catch every bar. But that bar was phenomenal. I salute the Bill Collector for that. Yeah, and then he had trouble getting through the round because he's like, oh, he said it out of his own mouth. Go and watch it in the second round. He's like, oh, you guys not reacting kind of threw me off, man. That's crazy. And then he tells his people's next to him, they ain't react, so that like threw me off. And I'm like, what? Like you a professional, Bill? Come on, man. Like that kind of shit can't throw you off your game like that, man. Even though Bill Collector feeds off energy a lot, but it's like, come on, fam. You got to go up there and still do your job. Let's get into that third round. Second round, I thought DNA took that. But it was a close round. It was a close round. DNA's third round, he wins this whole thing talking about how he brought URL sponsors, and I've heard from many people over the years that is true. Allegedly, I don't know. I don't know the people's pockets. I don't know any of that. But allegedly, URL's biggest sponsor, or silent partner, however you call it, was brought to URL by DNA and Charlie Clips, but I was told really through DNA. So that's why I understood what he was saying up there. The fake gun angle. I like that angle DNA came with. Going at Bill Collector about the whole BB gun and all that stuff. That whole angle to me was dope. And I like the way DNA delivered that. And I was like, yo, DNA's kind of fucking him up with this angle here, man. It was pretty dope. Bill Collector's third round, that T-Top Mad voice line, that was fucking hilarious. Then towards the end, he responded to DNA with a rebuttal about the BB gun and fake gun situation. He said that prop gun was realer than anything you ever done, DNA. The way he delivered it was dope, and I like that it was like a mid round or late round rebuttal. I thought that was fire from Bill Collector to do, and he did tell everybody. He said, "Man, I'm gonna rebuttal something he said, but I'm gonna rebuttal it later on in the round." And then he still had the presence of mind to do that while he was flowing in his third round. To me, the third round really for both of them was their weakest point. That's my opinion. I think they had a very good first round. I think they had I thought DNA had a very good second round and a cool second round from Bill. Um, I got DNA edging this third round. So for me personally, I really have it about 1 point. So if you gave Bill Collector that third round, I won't argue with you. But personally, I got DNA 3-0. It was not a body bag though. I just think he 3-0'd him. Reed versus K. Sean. Is that what I want to jump into? Yeah, let's jump into that. Reed versus K. Sean. Oh, I forgot to mention. In that Calico in New Jersey twerk thing, why the fuck was it a good idea for T-Top to jump in that battle? Am I the only one who cringed when that happened? Like, yo, T-Top, that was a horrible idea. And for two reasons. And I'm sorry I'm jumping off. I forgot about that. See, I don't, like I said, I told you guys in the beginning of this, I don't have all my notes. It was in my other notes. T-Top, the last time we saw you on stage with Calico, your peoples was getting pounded out. I'm just saying the facts. I'm not saying anything that wasn't on video that ain't been put out there. Just the facts. So how is it the next time we see you in the presence of Calico, you up there jumping in a battle that has nothing to do with you? Especially when people are looking at you funny style right now. Why was that the thing to do? Now, if you NJT, I want to know too, why did you think that was a cool thing to do? Why did you think, yo, all right, you know what? Oh, you know what'll be fire? If after T-Top and his people got pounded out by Calico and his people, I let T-Top jump up there. Especially when that shit went the physical route. The next time I see you after that, I'm not sitting here trying to rap to you. Let me be cool. Let me be cool because maybe I'm looking at it a whole different way than I should. But that's just how I see it. Next time I see you, I'm not jumping in no fucking battle, spit no bars to you after what happened. Now, we can have a conversation and squash that shit before we see each other. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that, and I salute that, I commend that. I'm still not jumping in the battle to sit there and spit bars on you when I just had one of the most embarrassing moments ever in my life, let alone in battle rap, happened the last time y'all saw us on the stage together. You're not battling Calico one-on-one. How was that a good idea? I was fucking dumbfounded. And then he starts telling the crowd when they booing him, yes, you deserve to get booed. I'm never coming back to Philly. My man, all you doing is fucking up your money. You fucking up your money saying that. And T-Top, I like T-Top's music. I listen to T-Top's music a lot. A lot. Fam, you just alienated how many fans there who probably purchase your music as well? Like, how was that a good idea, man? That was a horrible idea. And then he jumped on Twitter after that and was going in on the Philly crowd. I was like, yo, man, these dudes really do need business advice, man, because this was not the way to go. Anyway, let's go into the Reed Dollaz K. Sean battle. I really like this battle. I see on social media people having a different perspective than me, and that's cool. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I definitely don't see it the way people see it. Some people thought Reed Dollaz was horrible, and I didn't see it that way. I thought Reed was good. I thought it was a good battle. First round, I like that line that Reed had where he said about it was a gun bar. We were saying about big heads. I got big heads like the gun got big heads like Gina, but the body of Pam. That line was fucking crazy. That line was crazy, man. I was hyped up after he said that line. I thought that was dope. My problem with his first round was I liked his first round. I just think that it lacked something. I don't know if if it lacked a little intensity or what. Now the other thing I didn't like about his first round, I don't like in no battle. Every time somebody battles a Harlem dude, they gotta come with this whole stupid ass rat angle. Let me tell you something. Harlem has, and I've said this in other blogs, man. It just is what it is. I'm from Harlem. I'm from East Harlem. I've lived on both East and West Harlem. I'm from Harlem. Was raised in Harlem. Harlem isn't that big, but it's the most famous part besides Times Square in terms of Manhattan. Harlem is arguably, besides Times Square, the most famous part in the five boroughs. Um, that's up to other people to decide that, but that's the way it always comes off. Now Harlem has some of the biggest, some of the hugest drug dealers ever, and that's on record. But let's be clear about something. There are snitches everywhere you go, and think about it. Harlem isn't that big, and these other boroughs. First of all, Harlem isn't a borough; it's a section of a borough. You understand? It's a section of it. Um, it's a upper, really towards the top of Manhattan, right? It's in the hood. Bottom line, it's in the hood. It's Harlem is really like where the hood begins, in Manhattan. All right, so you have Lower East Side. Well, Lower East Side is hood too. Half of it. The Lower East Side is hood. The West Side really isn't. Um, you got different sections of Manhattan, man, and then you get both the Harlems, which is really one Harlem, you know what I'm saying? One Harlem. Then you got the Heights, then you got Inwood. Inwood and the Heights are really the same shit. And then you got then that's when you cross over the bridge, you go into the Bronx. The whole point is it's not that big of a section. So let's just say, even in that small section, we had the biggest drug dealers ever. Movies been made about these guys and all of that. Some of them ratted, yes. But think about where you from and how much bigger where you from is bigger than Harlem. And think about how many snitches you guys had. You know what's the difference? No one gave a fuck about them to make a movie about it. That's the truth. Some of you watching right now might be rats. Some of you right now might hang out with rats. At the end of the day, the nerve for people to come out and and then people say all the time, "Oh, Jay, you only get mad because you're from Harlem," and it's you motherfucking right, because that's where I'm from, and I get tired of people always bringing up that dumb rat angle that has nothing to do unless you're gonna come out and again, no disrespect, but if you want the way they attack Charlie Clips, you understand they attack him in that like that in the battle because that's his father. You understand? But when you sitting there battling fucking K. Shine and you talking about Alpo and Nicky Barnes, he's not related to them. He don't know them. He ain't fucking hang out with them. Like how that has to do with him. And again, let's say in Harlem, let's say it's 20,000 people in Harlem. But where the fuck you from? It's 100,000 people. How many of them you think been snitching? But you gonna come on and do that? Come on, man. Come on, man. Because let me tell you something. It's the truth. No disrespect to Philly, but Philly know this is the truth. Philly, we haven't heard it in rhymes. We haven't seen it in interviews, so on and so forth. If y'all calling out people calling them snitches, we ain't see Oskino jump on there and say one of the state property dudes was snitching and then came out with proof of that. They didn't say the same shit about I forgot the dude's name from Ram Squad. These are Philly dudes, and the list goes on and on. So for him to sit there and say that, I was just like, damn, K. Sean should have seen that coming and should have came out with a list of dudes from Philly that snitched too. But how petty is that though? And for Reed, like, yo, that's a burnt out fucking angle and it don't hit because it don't got nothing to do with us. If somebody came out right now, yo, you know why I get mad is because, yo, how many times y'all gonna use that dumbass shit that don't pertain? Now, what you gonna do? If you come out, you got proof that someone in my family and someone in my crew ratted, well, then that would hit. Whatever. Let's get off that subject, man. Anyway, I thought Reed had a good round. People didn't like the round. Most people, I liked it, but I thought K. Sean went crazy. That first line he came out, that whole baby back line, that shit hit out the gate. It was his first ball, and he shook the room with that shit. And then we just seen the different levels, man. I really like Reed's first, but K. Sean took that shit into a whole other level, and to me, he clearly took that first round. Second round, Reed Dollars. That whole when you put dollars in the light, a whole other man appears. That line was fucking dope, man. I really like the way that he put that together. I like the way that he delivered that. I thought that was dope from Reed, man. And it was refreshing. It was new. You know what I'm saying? You never heard nobody say no shit like that. So that was dope. What was kind of awkward was when he had the blood dude from California, and the blood dude jumped in the battle, and Reed was trying to question whether or not Kayshawn is a gang member. What's funny is, if you're watching the stream, go ahead and watch the stream. When they announced Kayshawn and Reed, when Kayshawn comes out, he's shaking everybody's hand. Dude is right there, front and center in front of the camera. Kayshawn goes up to him and states, and says some things. So I'll just say that. Says some stuff to him. Look at the thing. You understand? And they shook hands, and I'll leave it like that. But all it was is, fam, if you felt in your heart that I was some sort of fake gang member and so on and so forth, why would you sit there and have that conversation or shake my hand the way you did before the battle started? I understand it's just part of the battle. I get it. But stuff like that resonates with me because it's like, yo, fam, that takes away from what you were trying to do. You're trying to call them fake blood, but they just pieced each other right before the battle started on camera. People are probably not gonna see that part when they edit it out and put it out. But if you get a chance to watch the stream, go ahead and watch that again, and you'll understand where I'm coming from. So that's why that part was a little awkward for me. Kayshawn comes back and rebuttals that dude and rebuttals K Walker. K Walker did a lot of talking and shit through that battle though. Then comes the controversy because he says that whole line, and Johnny Storm comes out and says that Kayshawn stole that line from him. And again, watch the blog I put out earlier. You'll see the footage of Johnny Storm saying the line, then you'll see Kayshawn saying the line. I personally don't think that Shine took that line from dude, but that's how dude feels. And to me, it's bad timing for Kayshawn when Joe Budden said some dumb shit talking about that Kayshawn has a ghost rider. So when you see that, it's like, damn, you only fueled that dumbass rumor. But I thought Kayshawn took that second round also, but I thought the second round was closer. Third round, Reed was talking about how he could never call URL for him to choose his battles. Like trying to say, oh, the difference between my era and your era was that I could never call Smack for me to choose my battles. Pretty much, you just had to battle whoever you could, and it was about being better than everybody, not picking and choosing opponents. That's the angle he was coming at. That tranny line he had for Kayshawn was fucking funny. The way he delivered it is what made it funny. We're tired of the angle, but the way he delivered that was dope. It was subtle. It wasn't crazy, but you got the point, and he didn't dwell on it. That's what made it dope. Kayshawn goes. He had that whole Meek angle. I like the way he attacked that Meek angle, and then he had a shot for Joe Budden. That third round I have dead even. I watched it twice. Like I said, I watched this battle twice. I have Kayshawn taking the first two rounds. The third round I have dead even, and I think it's on you. What angle hit better for you? Was it really? Well, let me say this: was it Kayshawn with the angle that hit better for you, or was it Reed Dollars with the bars that hit better for you? That's to me how you would judge that third round, and that's the reason why I personally have that round even. Salute, Mel. T-Boo said the best line was the figure eight. Yeah, the figure eight line was dope. So anyway, that's my recap for that battle. Again, I have Kayshawn taking it. The first two rounds, the third round, I think is a debatable round. But overall, I still got Kayshawn winning it. I think that's no. All right, so we got one more battle to recap, and that's Tay Rock versus Geechee Gotti. This is another battle because I didn't see it live when it happened. This is another battle when I looked on social media. People were saying we're killing Tay Rock. And this is why I like to watch battles for myself. I don't mind watching recaps and stuff and taking people's opinion. And I'm like, all right, I'll consider their opinion. But I'm still going to try to watch the battle for myself. And that's what I encourage even you guys to do. You know what I'm saying? Watch it for yourself or come back and give an opinion. Or don't come back. Either way, have an opinion for yourself. So Rock, in the first round, I like the way out the gate he flipped Geechee Gotti's slogan. I thought that was dope. And the line he had that I love, he said, if I bring what he said, if I bring silver, it's to extract color from him. He said, I'll bring the silver to extract color from him. Think about that. He's talking about if he's bringing the gun to shoot him and take blood out of him. That's what that line comes down to. I thought that was dope. The way he presented that, I thought Rock had a phenomenal first round. The problem is that then Geechee went, and to me, Geechee won up that round. Um, Out the gate, he came out that, yo, why you ain't help Briz? Yo, that shit was hilarious. It was dope. It was clever, and it was straight to the point. And then I like the angle that he had where he's talking about, yo, you talking about that's blackface. Like, no, I don't care who it is. You supposed to rock. And I said the same thing. That was my opinion on that whole situation after that interview came out. And Tay Rock was talking about that's blackface. What I look like. What you talking about? Them dudes were trying to hurt y'all and trying to hurt your peoples. How you talking about it? Yo, that's blackface. It doesn't matter who that is. If you didn't like something I said right now when you saw me, you would feel away. You probably would say something. You probably would approach me about it. But you would let blackface swing on your mans or swing on. I don't remember if he swung on you, but he was definitely swinging on your peoples and coming towards y'all. You understand? Like you can't pick and choose who you fighting with when they coming at you. That don't make any sense. So that's why I thought Geechee's angle was hitting that much more for me. I thought Geechee took that first round. Second round, I like the rebuttal from Tay Rock. That sword off line was dope. And I thought Tay Rock had a solid second round. Um Geechee, well, right after Tay Rock's half of the other second round, somebody passed out in the crowd. And again, one of the issues I have with URL is how they clearly don't be caring about their fans. It's happened that people passed out and Smack will be right on stage and say, well, push them to the side. Smack did that again. Smack telling, yo, that person passed out. You don't even know if they fucking died. You talking about, yo, just push them to the side. Then Smack like, you know what? Push them to the side, push them to the side. Then Smack was like, yo, this happened every event. You know what? Give him some water. He'll be out in like 15 minutes. No, that's not the way to handle that shit. These are your customers, fam. And if you for the culture, these people are part of the culture. How would you feel if somebody actually died in that motherfucker? How would you feel if you passed out and somebody just rolled you over? That should be having me tight. But Geechee used that as a freestyle about somebody passing out, and he told Tay Rock, I should knock you out and leave you laying down next to that dude type shit. It shook the building. It was dope. My problem with Geechee in this round started off phenomenal, and again, from this halfway point on, I thought Geechee fell flat, man. Honestly speaking, I gave. It's tough. It's tough because it's the debatable round, but by one hair I gave Tay Rock that second round, and that's only because Geechee's second half of the round had a lot of dead spots. So I got a 1-1 going into the third. Uh, Tay Rock that I'm so Brooklyn challenge line was fire. Um, he had a dope round until he got to the Cassidy line. The problem with the Cassidy line is he kept repeating the shit. If they keep booing you, why you keep repeating the shit? Then he offered his manhood to the crowd. You just was on Twitter saying you gonna stop saying shit like that. And now you get here and you're telling the whole crowd, you're offering your privates to the crowd. Then you said the line again and they booed you and you start telling everybody how you love them. Then they boo you again. Now you talking about how much you hate them and all this shit. So it was an awkward ass moment. And to me, Tay Rock had a very dope third round and all this nonsense. Put it this way. It was about 10 minutes of him running the line back and them booing him. And then that whole got shit that he was doing throughout the thing. Got this, got that. Or your name is Gotti, but for now I'm gonna call you Got. And got that. Like, I didn't understand, like, what was that about, man? And so that and the whole booing shit and kept bringing the line back, that's what ruined that third round for me for Tay Rock. It made me forget all the dope shit he already said. Mind you, he was at the end of his round. I don't understand why he did that. Geechee Gotti goes freestyle some more. That line he said about the facial expressions like Bankhead, that was dope. If you don't know who Bankhead is, go ahead and Google him. You'll see this dude got all kind of crazy facial expressions. He battles a lot on Black Ice Cartel. He's part of NWX. Then he got at Rock about the whole Rex bottle situation. Like, yo, fam, Rex was swinging that bottle at y'all, trying to hurt y'all. Like, now you sitting here battling him. The next time you see Rex, you're battling him right there in Philly. How does that make sense when the last time you seen him, that dude was trying to hit you with a fucking bottle? So that line hit with me crazy. Personally speaking, I do think this third round again is a preference round, but by an edge because the way that Rocks into his third went, I gave Geechee that third round. So there you have it. I got Geechee taking it 2-1. But people were saying that Tay Rock got killed, blah 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 blah. I don't think anybody got killed. I think uh rounds 2 and 3 is debatable. But again, I gave that second round to Tay Rock and third round to Geechee, and that's the reason why I get Geechee was consistent the whole way through, and Tay Rock wasn't. So anyway, that's my recap for that whole event. I don't think I missed any battles. I think I spoke on every single battle. Um, Philly, I hate that Philly is now labeled the way they're labeled because people are looking at Philly now like uh, let's not Smack's never coming back there. Let's not do any events of Philly. Philly don't deserve it. Philly, first off, Philly deserved this for many years. It shouldn't have took this long for this to happen. In Philly, a big event. Secondly, I'm not gonna kill Philly for this, and that the reason why is because Crack Liberty Bell and the Battle Academy. Salute to them both. If you watch these battles and these leagues from there, you'll see the crowd doesn't be acting like that. Listen, that was a big venue. There was a lot of people there who aren't battle rap fans, and they're only fans of one or two other people. There was a bunch of TRBRC people there, and those were all Cassidy's peoples. Yo, did y'all see the interviews after that? Like the delusional shit they were saying? So those people don't really know battle rap like that. So they didn't boo the whole night. They booed most of the night, and they booed for dumb stuff. I felt like the first 2 or 3 battles, the real battle rap fans, the people pay attention to battle rap, as a culture, I think that's who we saw in the beginning. And then as the rest of the crowd filled in, that's when the dumb shit started happening. So I don't blame Philly. I hope they do get a big event again. And I just hope that they learn from this. I hope that they understand that this is not how you conduct yourself and it comes off bad for your city. And nobody in their right mind would not want to see big events come back to their city for something they love. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine the Yankees leaving here. I couldn't imagine the Giants not being associated with New York. Um, you might be able to take my Knicks right now. Nah, I don't want my Knicks going nowhere either. You know what I'm saying? We just need a new ownership. But that's another thing. Point I'm trying to make is I don't care who you are. You don't want these big events being taken away from y'all. You don't want that. These people made a mistake. I don't fault the whole Philly from it because again, if you watch the event, it was about 6 battles, and about 3 of them there wasn't all that booing shit. You understand? So come on, cut them a break. They'll learn from it. Give them another big event and show love because so much of battle rap's talent and history does come from Philly. I remember Reed saying some shit like that in his um excuse me, Reed said in his battle, um he was telling K Shine that battle rap started in Philly, not in New York. That's not true. Hip hop started in New York, which included battling. So I don't know who gave you that history lesson because it's wrong. But hey, that's what you have to say in the battle. Cool. The point is there is a rich history of hip hop, let alone battle rap in Philly, and they deserve big events. They deserve it, man. Um, I like to see what we saw on the stage was a lot of old and new Philly talent. We saw guys who are Philly legends. We saw major figure guys. We saw Wallow up there. We saw I believe that was Spado up there. We saw Gilly up there. Freeway was there. Freeway did a performance, man, and absolutely rocked the building. That was so fire. That was such a fire moment. The whole building, all the people on the stage, everything was singing, and these are people from all over the place. So that was phenomenal to see, man. And it was a nostalgic moment. Salute the Freeway and salute the URL for allowing that to happen. First off, Freeway being willing to do that. Secondly, for URL for allowing it. I don't know if they paid him to do that, if he just did it free. But that was just a iconic moment in battle rap, especially if you were in the building, because it's nothing like that energy when you're actually there. But overall, hopefully Philly gets another shot at this, man. I think they deserve it. Salute to every single one of you. We're gonna end it now. Salute to every single one of you who tuned in. Salute to every single one of you who subscribe. Every single one of you who've ever clicked on one of my videos, man. Salute A plus. A plus, thank you for your continuous support. My brother Visuel's Bay, DME, thank you. J Biz is another one. Epskay, Pyru Pancakes, Andrea Speaks, my man Sean F. Mad Max, we're about to end it, but thank you for your continuing support, Max, thank you very much for your support, Max. Max is another one who just got his shirts. Y'all get y'all shirts, man. Get y'all hoodies. Get all of that. The link will be in the description. I don't know if it's there now, but when I get off of here, I'll make sure I throw it in the description. Y'all get all them hoodies. It's hoodie season. Get your hoodies and stuff. It's so many people. I can't name everybody, but thank you all for your support. Shannon, the high heel shoe from that be on Twitter. Salute to you for your thing. A plus said, do you ship personally? No, it gets shipped from the company that physically makes it. It gets shipped directly from them. You can get express shipping. There's different shipping things there, but you can ask everybody. Like, everybody gets their merchandise. Only one time that there was a delay in merchandise shipping, but everyone gets their merchandise. If not, which has never happened, there's no one who's never gotten their merchandise. Just some people got it late one time. There was an issue over at the plant and whatever. Everybody still got their stuff. They just got it, I think it was like a week after they were supposed to. But we've never had no problems. Even for the people who did get it late, I was made aware of it. I made the phone calls. We straightened that out. And because that happened, I end up for 2 weeks giving everybody a discount. So we do good business and did out. Everything was taken care of, right? So salute to everybody though, man. We out of here. Enjoy the rest of your night. And maybe tomorrow we'll go on, we'll go live again about the King of the Dot announcements, man. All right. T-Bull, salute to you too. Thank you for your support. Everybody, thank you for your support. Good night. Salute.